Hello guys, today I will show you how to attach your nice new shiny rope hook to your tiled wall. Let's go for it. First, what you want to do, open up your packaging. These hooks are usually very straightforward. There is a hook itself, could be black, could be chrome, could be matte, could be white, and there is attachment part. The attachment plate usually looks like this, so you screw it to the wall and then you attach your hook over it, and then there is a little tiny screw usually at the bottom, usually at the hidden place, which you need a special screwdriver, like small one, or use a knife, very carefully with the knife, and you just screw it so it attaches behind this plate and then it lets it hold. Now the common challenge with these kits, and no matter if it's the cheapest one or a little bit more expensive, they usually coming with these plastic anchors, and that could be a problem for the tiled wall because you have no idea what is behind it. Even for me, there is an electrical box here which is closed off, but there was a switch here, and I don't know how the electricity going here. Technically I have an idea, but I hope it's not going right in the middle because there is no stud here. The stud is either in the corner or somewhere far, 12 inches or 24 inches far from it. But you never know because it's old bathroom. It could be some studs, additional studs put here, and these guys might not be useful for us, especially if there is empty space behind it. Technically, they will do the trick, but if someone tries to overload the hook, they will just pull out or they might break the tiles. So today we're gonna find out where we place it. We'll drill the tiles, we'll see what's behind them, and then we will act accordingly. Now, because the hook I'm using is for robe and tiles, I don't want to place it too low, especially, you know, there could be kids here and it could be dangerous. Of course, we want to put it somewhere close to the bathtub as well. It's convenient for someone who goes out or goes in. They put their clothes here. Again, this is closed. You would probably avoid to put it around any electrical or switches because there could be some water. Well, this one is very nicely closed off. There is a seal around it as well inside, so I wouldn't worry much about getting water over it. There is no other place. On the other side there is a toilet. You do not want to install anything that will be hanging over your toilet. You can have a shelf above the toilet, but not your hook. So consider where you want to put the hook, and usually you will not have that many choices. Luckily for us, we have this wall. So first you want to measure the heights and the position of your hook. I like it to be about 74 inches and somewhere in the middle of the tile. You don't want to put it close to the edge of the tile because when you drill, it might crack. Next, have some tape and tape your tiles. 74 inches, it's about that high. Okay, take your level. Of course, if you have a bench, and I'll bring the bench here, but so far I don't need a bench. Just mark the line. Take your base, and now you can eyeball it. So I just want to position it in the middle. So the hook will go right there, like that, which is good enough for us. Okay. And make your marks. Good. So now we have marks. Now we can prepare for drilling. These white tiles, they produce a very fine red dust, which will be around here, and then I'll have to do a lot of cleanup. So I have my handy dandy box, piece of tape. That's all you need. As I said, these anchors may not be ideal, but still, first round of drilling you want to do for the diameter of these anchors. Because what if it works? What if there is a little bit of wood behind it? Or what if the thickness of the drywall plus someone, for whatever reason, installed the backer board and now you have this thick of the wall? You never know. And first you might want to insert these ones or just try inserting them. For drilling of the tiles, use special bits with these tips. They designed for tiles. Do not use any bits that are not designed for tiles or for metal, for wood. They might just crack your tiles very easily. And if you know that the tiles are pretty thick, you might want to consider having a little bit of water with you so you can just cool off the bit. For me, I don't need it. The tiles are very thin, so these guys do really good job just drilling through. For the bit, try not to make it very long, just because you have no idea what is behind it, or make a mark. So that's the approximate depth that I'm gonna go with. And even if I touch the tiles, which I won't try, even if it just touches, I have a tape, and also the plate will cover any scratches. Last thing, these bits particular, these Bosch bits, they require up to 2000 RPM, so set your drill accordingly. You don't want to have the very low speed because it will start scratching and might crack the tiles. I'm setting it on the 2, which means about 1700 RPM. Good enough for this bit. Also, make sure you have comfortable position. If you are a little bit lower than the height you decided to drill, do not stay lower, or do not try to drill with the angle, because you might not be seeing how you're drilling. So make sure, for me, I have a bench and I'm at comfortable height for drilling. So it went through the tile. Now I want to see if anchors fit these holes. Okay, they are. Good. If you don't know what's behind the wall and you're a little bit afraid of, punching the wires or the pipes, do not drill until the end. It should be at least drywall plus tile depth. So have this little wire and just try to go through. Okay, so I couldn't punch through the drywall, so I have a very thin bit. I'm gonna try with this bit right now. And it seems like there is a wood here. And the same here, okay? So we're safe. Now consider the length of your screw, check it out, and you see we're pretty safe placing the anchors. I figured there is 1/8 of an inch that I still need to drill in, so I just marked my bit. So now take off. And you see, even with all the precautions, there is a little bit of cracking. Next, attach your plate. And in this process, you do not want to use power tools. Just use screwdriver and gently screw your screws in. It might happen, like in my case, that this anchor starts screwing or rotating along with the screw. So to prevent it, take the knife, put it on, and screw. This way you will hold your anchor and allow your screw to get in. Now do not tighten the screws until you have your level, and just measure up in the position, and then you can finalize. Do not over tighten. Now it's time to detach your box. And you can position the hook. Now in my case, I have this knife which is dull, and I can easily use the knife. You'll see there is a pin here that goes under, and then gently screw it back in. And you see you can position it right in the middle if you want. There's a little bit of room. Knife didn't work super well, so I found a small screwdriver in my other set. Of course, we do not want to finish this project without testing this hook and this entire setup. I don't have a rope, or I don't have towels, heavy towels here, but what I have this bag with quite heavy extension cord. Okay, so it's way heavier than towels and rope. Okay, so that's it. That's how you can potentially install your rope hook onto the tiled wall without knowing what's behind the wall. And the technique I shown is pretty much applicable to any walls. Of course, you have to be careful, because if you know there is a pipe behind or there is electricity behind, you have to be extra careful, even in that case, that they won't be attached to the drywall. There will be a little bit of space and you will feel it, and you can cut your anchors, you can even cut your screws, you can use different type of anchors, and this project will not be dead end. As usual, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions or comments below. Cheers!